Today I'm with Tim Lyons at Pulse Fitness in Scottsdale, Arizona. Tim founded Pulse Fitness in 2009 and in 2015 upgraded from his 3,200 square foot facility to a much larger 8,000 square foot facility that's fully decked out with a smoothie bar, awesome equipment, and even turf. Tim then created ProFit marketing solutions to help personal trainers and bootcamp style gyms with getting more new members into their facilities using the same strategies that made his gym successful. The core of his marketing programs are fitness challenges, and today he shares a ton of his ideas and strategies on how you can host your own successful challenge with you.
If you own a gym or you need a gym, this is your guy.
My name's Mike, and I help fitness studios that are ready to take action, work hard, and grow their studios. In this very saturated industry, there's tons of competition, but the opportunities are incredible. We'll cover the most common challenges in the fitness world and invite guests in the show that have learned to overcome them and share their strategies with you. This is the GSD Show. What's up, Tim?
How you doing, brother?
Good, man. All right, so I've known you for a long time.
Yep.
What, like 6 years, 7 years?
About 2009.
We're practically neighbors.
Yeah.
You're like
couple
down
miles.
the street.
Yep.
Yeah.
We are.
Okay, so we essentially have the similar passions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Helping fitness studios and gyms and people in the fitness industry just grow their businesses.
Right.
We just have different targets within the fitness business that we particularly specialize in.
Yep.
So your particular strength is what?
Well, we like working with personal training studios, kind of like this, right?
Because you have your own gym.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, Sam, if you could show BRoll while I'm saying this, it's got an awesome gym. And what kind of fitness do you guys do here in your gym?
Predominantly large group and small group training. So we'll do large group, 20, 30, 40 clients at a time in our boot camps, high metabolic conditioning style training. And then we do our small group training, which is happening behind you, 4 clients to 1 coach.
Cool, and we feel a little bad today because we're taking the music away from them so we can do this shot.
I know.
It's okay, they'll be fine. They love you too much to leave you after 1. All right, so now you've been able to bring in a lot of members, new paying members, by using challenges, correct?
Correct, yep.
So, and that's perfect for your style of business.
Exactly.
A challenge may be a little bit more difficult for something like a Pilates or yoga because that's not really what they're necessarily there for.
Exactly.
But for this, personal trainers, boot camp style, TRX, HIIT, that kind of stuff does really well, right? Mm-hmm. So tell me about the challenges that you've ran. What's an example of something that I would see on Facebook?
Okay, so challenges are great because a lot of times clients, being in the fitness industry like you know it's not a quick fix, but Americans like a quick fix, right? Mm-hmm. And so they look at a challenge as a way to get to a goal. For us as business owners, as fitness owners, our goal is to get them in so we can start working with them. Yes, we can show them great results in a short term, but we also have to explain to them this is just the first step. So it's a great entry point into the business, and that's why it makes a lot of sense for training studios because to know us is to love us kind of thing. If they don't know and they don't experience what you do, then you can't convert them into long-term clients. Right. A lot of times when we work with clients, it's like, that's not what fitness is all about. And while I totally agree with that, I also have to mention that you can't help somebody that doesn't get off the couch. Yeah. So if it takes this way to get them off the couch into your gym, then you are helping them, right?
Yeah, and I totally agree. I think challenges are brilliant for this style. It's just perfect for it. Mm-hmm. I was a trainer for quite a while, and I that wasn't a thing back then, but I could totally see it being a great tool. What would I see if, let's say I was scrolling through my Facebook feed, I'm your perfect target.
Okay.
Right? I'm, let's say, a couple miles away from your studio. Mm-hmm. I fit the right age, gender, interest bracket, all that. What will I see on Facebook that makes me even want to click on it to learn more?
Well, what we're doing right now is a lot of video. Video, as you know, is getting higher click-throughs and more views. So we're going to try to stop them in their tracks. Sometimes we do something crazy and weird, like an image, but basically it's going to call to attention who we're looking for. So, and there's a lot of rules on Facebook, as you know, but, attention ladies in Scottsdale or attention ladies in Phoenix area, you could either go into an ad saying we're looking for 25 new clients, or are you looking to get in shape for the holidays or the new year, and then we explain a couple things that they need to qualify for, and then to click more, hit the ad, and it'll take them to a landing page where they get really more info about the challenge and what to expect.
Right. Now, for the challenges that you've ran, they were they're all different types, right? And I don't know, maybe you've only ran 1 or 2 types, but I've seen like 14-day challenges, 21-day challenges, 30-day challenges, 90-day challenges.
Right.
Which ones do you think are the most effective? Shorter, longer, and why?
My personal opinion, between 3 weeks and 6 weeks is perfect.
Okay.
3 weeks is just enough time to show that client some results. 6 weeks, not long enough to where your coaches and your staff don't lose focus and they're still not excited about the program. So we've done everything in between, but we've settled in on 21 and 6 week. And what we're finding is some of our clients do better converting clients after a 21 day because the excitement level's still there. You just got some quick results for that client. And some do better at 6 weeks. So you've got to test it in your market and your own sales team in the gym to learn, hey, do clients convert better after 21 days or 6 weeks? So
now you've been a successful gym owner for a long time. And since when I met you, you were already doing well, and I've watched you grow into a bigger space. I mean, this is like, what, 4 times the size, if not more, than the one you were in before. Why did you choose to start a fitness marketing company when you already had this thing rolling really well?
Well, the honest truth is, while this came fairly easily to me, what I realized is gym owners, they don't have time. They don't understand it. I love this stuff. You love this stuff, right? We love getting in there and testing things. And to be honest with you, this is like my laboratory, right?
Now you say fairly easily to you.
Yeah.
So let's just clarify for everybody. Tim says it's fairly easy. Tim's invested $25,000 a year in internet marketing programs, right? Where you meet with some of the best minds in the world every, 3 months or something like that?
Yeah, 4 times a year.
And you've invested in tons of different digital strategies, like digital marketer programs.
Right.
So let's not act like it's just you either got it or you don't. You put in the money, you put in the work to learn all this stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't just happen, I get that.
Yeah.
But what I was trying to say about that is, like, I can absorb that and then turn around and use it, where, a lot of people can learn it, but then they turn around and they don't know what to do next, right? So the way it kind of happened was, I just always did it for my own gym, and it just what I had to do. I didn't really outsource much marketing. Maybe we did some stuff in the old school, some direct mail and some magazines and things like that. But we started doing it. I'm in mastermind groups, like you mentioned, with fitness pros like myself, gym owners, and I started saying, hey, guys, here's what I'm doing. Would you like to learn more about it? No sales pitch at all. Like, I'm trying to help show what I'm doing. And then I started getting PMs like, hey, would you do that for me? Sure, I'll do it for you. And in fact, I'll do it for free.
Now everybody wants that.
I'll do it for free because I don't even know if it's going to work out there. And this was a little, close to 2 years ago when Facebook ads were kind of just coming on, maybe a little bit after that. But I did it for a gym in Boston and it crushed. And I did one in Pennsylvania. I was like, wow, that worked well. And then went down to Florida. And these are guys in my inner circle group. Did great there. I was like, well, there's an opportunity. Right. Gym owners don't know how to do it. It's yielding gigantic results, and and that's how it was born. So
when you say gigantic results,
yeah,
give me an idea of like some of the top things you've seen.
So some of the top results that we've had, gosh, and you kind of have to look at last year because it was a little easier to play ball in the Facebook sandbox back then, but. We did one in New York, 220 was our top one.
220 leads?
800, 900 leads. 220 online sales, actual paid money online, never been in the gym before. They actually were convinced this was the program for them. They actually put their credit card information in the landing page and showed up at that gym. That's our best. We did, triple digits several times. This year it's tougher,
Facebook's getting real heavy.
We're happy with 40, 50 sales.
Which
online.
most people should be.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you get 40 or 50 people to give you money, I mean, what does an average challenge cost?
We can, I think the sweet spot's $100, like 97.
Okay, so and the average gym is charging what for like a monthly membership? Or personal trainer,
usually that $97 challenge will be large group training. For us, it's $179 a month here, so it's a little discount. Some gyms are $99 a month. I mean, so we work with all different kinds. And then we kind of worked that up to, like, highest price point we've done online successfully is $247.
Right.
That included some small group training, that included obviously large group training. And that client did really well, obviously converting those folks into clients at the end.
Now, once you pass like $19 or $29,
yes,
the people that sign up, you're entering the right demographic. You know, like you're getting away from the Planet Fitness $10 a month.
Sure.
Not that there's anything wrong with that model. It's just that's a different model, right? They're $10 a month. They're looking to get a lot of people in the gym and really go volume.
Right.
But for the personal training or the group personal training, semi-private training, boot camp stuff, they want their people in the gym often, and they provide a great service. More attention goes to them, so they need to charge a little bit more. But if you're paying $100, the person that will pay $100 to do a 21-day camp or you know challenge, that's a guy that's also got $250.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like you don't just the $10 guy doesn't just put $100 down for 3 weeks of training.
Right.
That guy's in the bracket, but if the person's not closing that person into a paying member, what do you think the reasons might be? The most common reasons that you see?
It's typically the sales process at the gym. I mean,
Which I agree with, and that was a loaded question.
It was a loaded question. Well, the honest truth is, most gyms don't have a great system in place, and I know you preach on that, and that might be the next topic up on your GSD show.
Actually, it was the last episode.
Oh.
Sam, is that the last episode? The one before this one? I think so. Okay, so if you guys go to the previous episode, you'll be able to see how to sell them better, so you can get more out of a system like this.
Right. They've paid money. They've crossed the threshold of your gym. They're in your control. If they don't sign up as a client, that's on the gym. Really. I mean, they've already raised their hand. They've actually put skin in the game. They're there. You just need to help them. Help them to get to a goal. If you can help them to get to a goal, there's no reason why they shouldn't join.
What I talk about in a lot of my episodes, sales is one of the things I preach. You know that I love sales. A lot of people will say, you know, the leads aren't good or the leads are bad, or, you know, we need people that have more money. We need people that have income. Can we target people with money?
Right.
Everyone's got money. And like I say, you know, when you get paid, you get money. You get $1,500 or $2,000, whatever your paycheck may be.
Every month.
But you get to choose if you're going to buy this Apple Watch, or if you're going to buy this new jacket, if you're going to, you know, decide to go to Disneyland like you just went to, right? Like you can spend that money however you want.
Right.
And as a salesperson, I think what a lot of gyms make a mistake on doing, and tell me if you think I'm wrong, but they sell that they're the best gym or their gym's different or better. And so what they're doing is they're selling me versus everyone else when the person's not even shopping around, right? You got them on an ad. It's not
there.
like, they're not shopping. They're here because of you. What you need to sell them on is ongoing fitness first. Right? Sell them on the idea of doing this long term, what the benefits are, how great you are at this. You know, where were you before? How did it feel to be there?
Sure.
And then once you can sell them on fitness, you're the one that sold them on it. That's where they're going to go. They're not going to keep shopping around.
Right.
You know, but I think a lot of people be like, oh, we do things better than everybody else. Or maybe I should check out everybody else.
Sure. Yeah, they're in your control, right? So if you lose them, that's on you as a gym owner. You know, it's on us as a gym owner. If we have a client that comes in and we just don't wow them with great service, we don't get results for them, we don't deserve to earn their business. Right?
And you know that firsthand because you own a gym. So you actually, you use one company to fuel the other.
I do, yeah.
And you actually even use the gym to fuel the marketing company because you get to test things with your own gym.
Exactly.
Right, with your own money in your own gym, which is really cool. And there has to have been moments, I know there has been in mine, where you let someone off the hook, you didn't sell them, and you can go back and look at what you messed up on and you go, all right, I messed up on that. I messed up on that. And not necessarily say, maybe I need to change the campaign, right? Because you got them in.
Got them in. That's the goal of the campaign. Get them in, right?
Right.
You know, most of your listeners here probably believe in their own product, and I think a lot of the sales side you have to have confidence in your product. You know you have the best product to get that client the result. They're not look, people can get in shape at a park if they wanted to, right? They don't need a gym or YouTube, right? The stuff is out there. They don't need a gym. They don't need a trainer. I mean, they've got all the resources. What they need is somebody to care about them, to show them results, to motivate them and keep them accountable, really. And that's what they're hiring a trainer for. Right. It's not the pretty equipment in the gym. Hey, look, we've got the best kettlebells in town. Nobody cares about that stuff, right? So.
Now, when you said all those things, they need a trainer, hold them accountable, tell them what to do, why to do it, all that stuff. Do you think it's important for you to tell them that's why they need a trainer? Or do you think it's important to get them to say it themselves?
Well, loaded question. It's important to get them to believe that.
I know, but it's for them. I know what you know.
You need to get them to understand they need it, right? They came to you because they want to lose 20 pounds. They came to you because they want to feel better. They want to keep up with their kids. They want to look better. They want to look better naked, right? Those are all the reasons they came in there. They don't know necessarily that they need somebody texting them, because they didn't show up in the gym that day and getting on their case and nurturing them into coming back. They don't know that that's what they need. They know they just need to lose weight, right? So
now you've been able to, bring in a lot of people that are not doing marketing for the first time. They've tested things on their own or with other companies already, and obviously they're with you because it didn't work well,
Sure.
right? So what are some of the mistakes that you see, I don't want to say the biggest mistakes, but the most common ones that other gym owners or personal trainers are making in their marketing strategy before they come to you?
I think there's a lot of things, but what I like to explain to gym owners and clients of ours, there's a lot of ways to market your gym. There's a lot of things that worked last year that don't work this year anymore. Everything's about return on investment. If you put in $1 and you get back $5, well then I'm going to keep continuing to do that. But if you can't track where your leads are coming from, that's kind of a red flag. So if you got a billboard out there, we worked with a client that spent 15 grand on a billboard and he can't tell me if he got 3 clients from it, right? That's not a great way to market, right? A great way to market is things that you can track. And with online and digital, everything's trackable. So hey, I spent $1,000 and I got back $28,000 from
And if more women did it, or more men, or more people in this age bracket or that age bracket, this zip code, that zip code.
Exactly.
It's pretty remarkable if you decide to learn how to use those metrics or bring somebody on like you, right?
Right.
You've stressed to me the importance of challenges and how great they work for this personal training, boot camp, gym market. Now there's people out there that are going to either do one of two things. They're going to call you or somebody like you to reach out and get them to build this for them, or they're going to do their best to do it themselves. That being said, just to set good expectations, what do you think the average personal trainer gym should expect from, let's say, a marketing campaign where they market a challenge?
Well, it depends on a lot on how they do it, right? I mean, if they use us as their marketing company, we're gonna put all the pieces in place. And what we're seeing right now is about 30 to 40 paid challengers to come in. That doesn't count leads. Leads could be in the hundreds, but the actual people that have raised their hand, put their credit card in, and actually showed up, in 30 to 40. That's good. And when I think about advertising, I can't think of one thing out there that brings in the same amount of warm bodies into the gym than challenges and marketing online. Period.
Right.
I mean, end of story. Right? You've done magazines, you've done newspapers. That guy with the billboard, 3 people. I mean, we're talking hundreds and hundreds of leads. And actually 30, 40 warm bodies in your gym. There's nothing that beats it.
All right, so you talked about the better performing ads typically for Facebook have been video ads as opposed to just static image ads, correct? So if, let's say, the listeners and the viewers decide they want to put together a video ad, what makes a good video? Like, what are some things that you definitely need to have or consider when making this video?
Mike, I would say a smiling, happy face, talking head, in at least some portion of that video. You want to have clients training, having a good time, showing off your facility. You call it BRoll, right? Some BRoll, some background footage, and you're talking over the footage. And then also, I think a big piece to that, and Facebook helps you do this automatically, but having the script at the bottom. So people that aren't captions, right? Yeah. So having the captions on the screen that people aren't necessarily have their volume up. Maybe they're at work, right, and they're on Facebook, and they can read it right there, and then a call to action, right? So to get started, click this ad below, or go to this website, or call us, or email me at, or message me, or make a comment. Those are all calls to action. Don't just have a video, hey, look at us, we're looking great in this gym, we kick ass.
And expect people to just be so
excited. And then they don't know what to do at the end of the video. You need to tell them what to do, right? So call to action.
Now, for those of you that are watching and listening that don't know how to add the captions, it's part of the process. So once you're literally building an ad, Facebook does a really good job of making the Facebook part at least pretty simple, right? The funnel's a little more complicated, we'll get into that, but the Facebook ad's pretty simple and you can just kind of follow the steps, and when you upload a video, it asks you, do you want to add captions? And then it already preloads them for you. I would say it's like 70% accurate.
Correct, yep.
You have to go in and kind of edit some of the things and fix punctuation, but for the most part, you got a good starting point.
Exactly.
So I don't want you guys to feel like you have to learn how to do all that. That's right there, it's easy.
Perfect.
So let's go into the next part, the funnel, because once the Facebook ad does its job, you can get a pretty decent level of success without a funnel, but if you include a funnel with this Facebook ad and let the Facebook ad lead people into this funnel, it's a whole different game, right?
Exactly.
So talk to me about what a funnel is for those people that don't really know what it is.
Okay, so the word funnel has been thrown around, just like in fitness, core and functional. That's like the buzzword of today is funnel, right? There's landing page software out there called ClickFunnels, but that's not necessarily a funnel. A funnel is taking somebody through the buying process that's funneling them into what you want them to do. So maybe it's to schedule a consultation, maybe it's to make a purchase. So that the act of a funnel, that's what a funnel is, and you know that.
Right.
But on the landing page, where we found success is obviously you've got the Facebook ad that's driving the traffic, right? Or it could be Google ads, it could be Twitter, it could be
Instagram,
YouTube.
yeah.
Yeah, so let's just talk about traffic. Whatever you spoke about on the platform that you're advertising on, you need to kind of repeat that same thing so there's congruency between the ad, they click on it, yes, I'm in the right place.
Right.
So on that landing page, it needs to be professional. I mean, the more professional it is, I feel the better results you get.
Well, not you feel, you tested it.
Yeah, I have tested it.
You told me about it.
Yeah.
Right, so it's totally different if you have a very unprofessional basic
Right.
page versus something that gives a little more information.
So yeah, you build your credibility. This is the second thing that they're going to see in your business, right? So here you are on the landing page. You kind of repeat some of the same things you found on the ad. Then we go into, there's a couple different ways. You can go into a letter from the owner. You're the owner and you're talking about how great it is to train here. Always have social proof, testimonials, before and afters. You can get away with before and afters on the landing pages.
Okay.
That's
not on the ad.
Not on the ad. We all know that'll get you shut down real quick. But
yeah.
So testimonials and social proof. I mean, if you don't have before and afters, at least an after with a little blurb. I think having a smiling face holding a kettlebell in the gym, or maybe they're on the TRX and it's an action shot of them working out. And pick the demographic that you're going after, right? If you really got technical and in depth, you can have male ads running to male landing pages.
Yeah.
So if you're targeting female, make sure you have females on there. If if you're targeting sports performance, put kids on there and athletes
Targeting
on there.
21 to 30-year-olds.
Yes.
Putting 21 to 30-year-olds in the images and the ads, and 50 to 60-year-olds
in the landing
different
pages,
images.
right, exactly. So have some congruency there, obviously. Have it, professional. Call to action. I also like having a frequently asked questions section on there because a lot of people get to it and they've got questions. So if you can answer them and remove the risk and remove the fear, then they know what they're getting into. They're going to be more likely to at least opt in.
Right.
And with the way that we do our our landing pages is we have them opt in. We ask for at least a little bit of information. So then when they go to the page to check out, if they abandon the cart, and what's the numbers, 85% people abandon the cart.
I don't know the exact numbers.
In e-commerce, but we know it's high.
Right.
So if 100 people click on that and go through to maybe 15 of them will purchase. So we build into our systems Infusionsoft, and we use abandoned cart sequences, and we follow up with these people, and we've got their phone number. We give them a call, and we can get them,
Now
answering.
talk about abandoned cart sequences, because that's a term that we know, but
Sure. So an abandoned cart sequence, Mike, is somebody's giving you their information, they've landed on the checkout page to put their actual information in, and then they click out of that, right? They exit out and they're out of there. So we've got automated pieces in our campaigns that goes after that people within 30 minutes. We're text messaging them, we're emailing them, we're saying, hey, it looks like you had some interest on our program. I'd love for you to check it out. Don't miss your spot. Click now. Drives them back to the checkout page.
Right.
Pre-populates their information in there. We want to remove the friction as much as possible from the sale.
Do you do retargeting ads as well?
We do.
We found that video retargeting ads perform really well.
Awesome. Yeah.
Have you kind of found the same thing?
We've done a little of both. We've messed around with a little bit of in-your-face style retargeting, like, hey, you're gonna miss this opportunity. You're gonna buy this yet? I mean, you could go that way, and because they're already warm, you can kind of go after that little market a little
on
bit
YouTube
different.
ads as well, you can get away with that kind of stuff.
Like, hey, and they've seen your stuff,
right?
So you're allowed to play a little with them. So Haven't seen much, I haven't tested it much, I should say. I'm sure video ads does better because it does better than static, but we haven't really messed around with it that much.
So another thing, I got to dive into this because the way you described it is you got a real kick-ass way on converting these challenge people, right? The people that come in on challenges on the very first day.
First day.
Kick-ass way.
Kick-ass.
Just so you know, there's a lot of people out here that wait all the way till the end and then wonder why they don't sign up.
Right.
So this is like gold for them, right? We're giving them gold.
This is gold right here.
All right, thank you for giving it to us. And
Okay,
let's hear it.
I'm gonna give you a nugget, and then we've been seeing some gigantic success conversions into annual training client memberships.
Like a contract?
Like contracts.
Wow.
Day one, night one. They never even train with you. So a lot of times we'll get large groups of people. Let's just say there are 30 people that purchase this program. One thing that we're doing here and in some of the other gyms we're working with, we have a kickoff meeting. And in the kickoff meeting, while you're introducing yourself,
in person or on the phone?
In person.
Okay.
We'll get them all in the gym. We got chairs. We make it a
group.
thing. Yeah, a group kickoff meeting. And while a lot of it is for them to meet the other people in the challenge, in the program, they meet the coaches. We explain the nutrition to them. We go into a sales pitch, and the sales pitch is like this: guys, this is 3 weeks. We know this is not going to get you to the end results. Some of you want to lose 40, 50, 60 pounds. 3 weeks, let's all be honest, we're not going to do that. So be able to do that in 3 weeks. So one thing I'll tell you guys up front, and this is me speaking to the group, we're not salespeople. We're trainers. We're here to train you. And so while we want to remove any challenge of you continuing on, we're going to have everybody sign up for an annual membership tonight. Now, you're not bound to this. In fact, before the 3 weeks is over, you just come to me and say, Tim, this is not a good fit, and I'll tear that up with you and I'll give that. And so you're not bound to anything, but we don't want to have to, we want to make it easy as for you to continue on after this challenge is over. We all know this is the reason you're here.
Taking away the uncomfortable sales pitch.
And you give them 2 options. You don't give them like 7 different options. It's training twice a week or training 3 times a week, or maybe it's just large group training, but you give them 2 options. They sign up that night, you hold all the contracts, and you make it very clear that if they don't want to join, no problem, we're going to tear this up in front of you. 85 to 95% conversions. 2 reasons. Nobody wants to not sign up in front of the friend they just met. So a little uncomfortable.
Because
everybody else is signing up. And what
it takes the fear away.
It takes the fear away. Everybody's doing it, so let me sign up.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? Great. You are going to get one person asking questions. Hey, I don't want to sign this. No problem. We'll chat after. Cut that off real quick. And then everybody else signs up. Great, I'm glad we got that out of the way. Let's put this away. All right, so here's how this program works. And then get it right into it and pump them up. And you've got contracts on everybody.
Wow.
Day one, night one.
Now, how many people, let's say out of 50 people, will ask you to tear it up in front of them after the period?
Yeah, so we're seeing 80 to 95% conversion. So if there's 50,
so sticking.
Yeah, they stick
even after the challenge.
After the challenge is over, they loved it. They want to continue. Hey, we've already got your agreement. Now you activate the agreement.
Dude,
so maybe you have it on paper, and now you just input it that last, the 22nd day or the whatever, the 43rd day if you're doing a 6-week, right?
Right.
And you just got, now you've got a member. And now you don't talk about sales anymore because you're not a salesperson, you're a trainer. And that's what you want to really push to them. They're there for training, they're there for motivation. We're here to help you.
That is gold.
Is that nice?
Now, it's gold. Well, here's what I'll tell you. You have listeners right now and viewers that are going, dude, that sounds brilliant. I'm doing it right away. You have some of them that are going, I don't know if that's going to work, but I'll give it a shot. And you got a lot of people that are going to say, it's not going to work for my clientele.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Do you think there's a gym that shouldn't? I mean, what happens if they don't do it?
Okay, if you don't go that route, you can still get high percentage, 50, 60%.
But I'm saying worst case scenario, let's say you do it and it doesn't work, you're really still training them anyway.
You still got them in front of you for
You
3
had that
weeks or
talk.
6 weeks, right? You've had the talk, and maybe, let's just say, I've never seen this, but let's just say everybody doesn't sign up. Okay,
Right.
Let's just say you didn't do the kickoff meeting, and you're just meeting individually one-on-one. You always open up with the fact that this is 3 weeks. Like, you're almost discrediting it. They just bought it, but then you're saying, hey, this isn't going to be enough for you. But but then you congratulate them on saying, hey, way to take a stand.
But it's honest.
Yeah.
It's honest. And I think they know it too. I think the average person knows, especially if they're in their 30s and 40s now. They've been around long enough.
Yeah.
They've read enough. They have friends that have done stuff enough.
Yeah.
I think if you just bring them to reality and say, hey, look, let's be real though. You want to lose 30 pounds. We have 3 weeks to do it. If we're going to do it the right way, we may lose 10, 15 pounds off of you, but you understand that, right? I mean, is this something you want to do because you want to lose 10, 15 pounds? Or are we talking about something really good? Because I can kick ass for you. We could drop those 40 if you want to.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you let them know up front that this is the beginning and we're looking for you to join at the end. So just tell them right up front. They know why they're there. And if they decide to just disappear, then they weren't a good fit. And that will happen. You're going to have people that, well, I don't want to join after this. I thought it was just 3 weeks and I'm gone, or 6 weeks and I'm gone. Well, you don't want them anyway, because the whole idea of doing a challenge is converting on the back end, period, right?
Right. So now the digital marketing with like Facebook ads, Instagram ads, YouTube ads, all that stuff's really great. And obviously there's a strategy that works really well for that. But is there like another piece that you think is really important? Like what's a close second?
Things that right now that trainers can really focus on is becoming the local expert in their community. I mean, a lot of gym owners and things, you have a little radius around your building, that your brick and mortar building that you attract clients from, but maybe you're doing online stuff, but you still want to be the local expert. And I think the best way to do that is by giving out information, blogging, and driving everybody back to your page. And there's a lot of things with pixeling and retargeting after they hit your page. You can run ads to them, but having great content on your site, and you do a great job of it too, right, on the blog, but you're establishing authority, you're telling people what it is you do in a non-sales way.
In an educational way.
Educational way, right. So you're giving, it's a give before you start asking for sales, right?
Now, a lot of people, though, I've heard, yeah, you're right. And I obviously am a big believer in content. You see me put out stuff. This is content, right?
Perfect, right.
This is content. But a lot of people say, okay, I wrote this blog, now what? No one sees it.
Okay.
Right, so what do you do with that content?
Okay, great question. So you've got a blog, you've wrote it. Now you drop that onto your website, your blog, and now you've got it there. So you're gonna wanna repurpose that. And instead of rewriting it over and over, you do little snippets. So maybe you do an email campaign with the first paragraph, click here to read more, it drives them back to your site.
And an example of a content could be something like top 5 foods that are top 5 healthy foods for breakfast.
Yeah, that would be one piece of content, right? And you can do an infographic for that, or you can do recipes that tie into that.
A video,
and you can talk about it, right? So there's a lot of ways to repurpose that content, but to create it and then drive traffic back to it. So you always, the idea is you always want to drive people back to your blog, because that's where you can pixel them, right? And you can.
By pixeling, you mean, so just so you guys know, that essentially means on Facebook and like Google for YouTube or AdWords, you can actually get these codes by creating custom audiences.
Correct, yep.
Right, so if you guys want to learn more about that, Google custom audiences. But you can go to custom audiences in Facebook, create one, and get a pixel associated for it, and basically say, okay, anybody that lands on this blog, I want to add them to this custom audience list, and anytime I want to advertise to that custom audience, I can.
Right.
So like a great example, if let's say you know your target market's moms, right?
Yeah.
New moms, you can create content like top 3 foods that you can get your baby to eat and get more protein, right? Or top 3 protein foods that any baby will eat. Something like that for moms that have challenges with that. I know I've had challenges with 2 kids. Now when they click on that blog, just by clicking on it, they're immediately added to a list, a custom audience. And so now you can advertise to that audience, hey, new moms in Arizona, right, or in Scottsdale.
Nailed it.
And you are very, very confident that the majority of this group, if not all of them, are new moms, right? Because who else is going to click on that? Me at 21 drinking at a bar is not clicking on ways to get protein in my baby, right? It's not a problem.
Right. So, great point. So now you're segmenting the different audiences. Like you said, new moms, maybe you got a new mom challenge.
Right.
Yeah, you just had a kid, right? And moms always want to get back to pre-baby fitness, weight and size, and you put out exactly what you said, 3 foods to get protein into your child, and then you retarget them with ads about the new mom program.
That's
awesome.
So you recommend taking that blog, putting it on Facebook, letting people know like on Instagram or Twitter, obviously sending out to your mass email list like you had mentioned. Do you recommend boosting to get your blogs in front of a particular group of people?
Yeah, it depends on the goal. If it's just content that you don't have a secondary purpose for, you may or may not want to spend money on that. But if you've got an end goal of maybe a new mom challenge and you're putting out stuff, I would throw money at that, drive people, grow that segmented list, and retarget to that secondary audience.
One of the things, let's say you were going to boost it, one of the things that I really enjoy doing is on that blog, every blog could have like a downloadable form, or you can use one for all in that category, right? Like let's say you write out of 10 blogs you write in the month, 6 of them have to do with new moms, right? They would be appealing to them. You can have a white paper that says top 7 recipes to top 7 recipes for moms that want to get back in pre-mommy shape.
Perfect.
And so basically every one of those blogs can have a pop-up.
Yep.
So after 2 seconds of being on that blog, that pops up, and you know they're likely to fill that out to get those recipes because we know where they're at in their life. Right. And so there's different tools for that. I think ClickFunnels does that as well.
Pop-up
right?
tools, yep.
But there's a lot of tools for pop-ups, exit pop-ups. That would be really great. So you believe in that too?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Capture people's information, and then you can remarket to them down the road. Think about all the money, and I know trainer dudes and girls on this podcast have spent a lot of money on Facebook, but imagine spending money for that, getting their contact information, using a lead magnet of some type of form, just like you mentioned. Then you don't ever have to pay to market to that person again, because now you're emailing them and maybe you're doing text message marketing them. You spent the money once,
right?
Continue to market to that audience that you've already captured. I mean, why wouldn't you?
Right.
So
a lot of good stuff, dude. I learned a lot.
Thanks.
And I always do when I sit down and hang out with you. You got some really great knowledge behind you, and you really know what you're doing. You also have some really great blogs that I've read through. You have actually a blog separately just for Pulse Fitness in the gym, which I think is really good for anybody that's listening or watching to kind of skim through to think about some really great content for your gym, right? Because coming up with topics is pretty tough sometimes. But you guys have done it, so you can take away some of those ideas for these guys. And then you also have a blog separately for Profit Marketing as well, where it's more on the fitness business side.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah, digital marketing.
So where can they go to find those blogs?
Okay, so 2 sites, right? We have Pulse Fitness. It's the gym we're in, so it's going to be pulsefitnessaz.com/blog.
Okay.
And I'm guessing it's pfmarketingsolutions.com/blog.
But they can just go to pfmarketingsolutions.com and then find the blog right there, right?
You got
okay,
it.
cool. And Sam's putting it on the screen. And then if they want to get a hold of you to talk to you a little bit more, I mean, they could probably find your contact info through the website, I'm guessing, or reach out to the site.
Profit Marketing site has, consultation request there on the site. You just ping me there.
All right, awesome. Really cool. Last thing, because it was pretty badass. Are you okay to talk about the Disney World thing?
Disneyland.
Yeah.
Disneyland
thing?
It was awesome.
So tell me, are you going to talk about the secret thing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
That's fine.
You guys got to hear this, because this is really cool. So tell us what a lot of people don't know about Disneyland, what you found out.
Okay, there's one place to get alcohol in Disneyland. You hear that, trainer guys, right? There's one place, but you can't get in.
Okay.
You can't get in.
You can't even find it.
You can't even find it. It's hidden.
Okay.
It's in. California Adventure, they've got beer stands and stuff like that, but Disneyland, there's a secret club called Club 33.
Well, not anymore.
Well, it's not really secret. I think more and more people know about it now, but you still can't get in.
Right.
But we had the unlikely opportunity to go in there and have dinner. Actually, I took the family out, right, for the first. It was my daughter's just turning 5 now.
So she got to have a couple drinks.
She had some drinks. She likes whiskey. She likes whiskey, and we hung out up there. But I mean, it's a secret door. It's in, New Orleans area, wherever the New Orleans, the Bayou is. And you got to scan a little secret card on the door, and the little door cracks open, and they have to confirm who's who. And obviously, it wasn't me. That I'm not a member there.
Right.
But the guy we were with was a member there. He scanned it. Boom. They let us in. You go into a holding tank, like a foyer in there. They check you out and make sure who's who, and then they kind of lead you into like an open air patio. They had a nice Christmas tree and stuff, and then there's this winding staircase. And they got hors d'oeuvres and some stuff kind of down there.
Nachos?
Yeah, no, not like shrimp cocktails and
Really?
real nice stuff.
I was kidding. I saw your pictures.
Yeah.
It was like oysters.
Oysters, yeah. So you go up a long stairway, and then there's this huge piano, but it's like a harpsichord, whatever that is. And so I'm over there hitting the keys, and then later to come find out, Elton John, Paul McCartney, those guys have all played on that piano. I'm up there pinging the keys around. It's like from 1908.
Wait, there's probably been some big shot people in there.
The big shot, yeah. I don't know who. They don't talk about it. It's kind of weird. It's a little secretive, but yeah, you go in and they take care of you, and you can relax, get out of the crowds for a while. I think it's like 50, 60 grand a year to be in that.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's cool. There's some nice perks. You go to the front of the line. So we went to the front of the line at the mansion, and we did some cool stuff. But
that's pretty cool.
The parade, front row. I mean, they take care of you.
Yeah.
If you're spending that kind of money, they're going to take care of you.
I'm sure. No, that was like one of the coolest stories. I remember I Googled it right after you told me about it, so I thought it was awesome.
Amazing. It was amazing.
Cool, man. Well, hey, thanks so much for coming on. We appreciate it. I've been wanting to have you on, so
Yeah, cool.
thanks so much, and
All
can't
right,
wait for
man.
this to go live.
Let's do it.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us today. If you liked this episode, then subscribe to our podcast on iTunes or Stitcher and to our YouTube channel to never miss an episode. You can get all the links by going to thegsdshow.com. Thanks, and see you next time.